everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. I'm going to be using a soap which was sent to me by Kenny Reberal. Top bloke, sent me some lovely stuff. I test lathered this one, it lathered beautifully and it lasted long. So hopefully the shave goes as well as the lather did. It's going to be Jeeves of Hudson Street, Turkish bath. I popped it into a Systema, which is actually a airtight sealed tub, which is great for your soaps. As you can see, I've squished that at the bottom. I didn't have to grate this soap, it's very soft. Just popped it at the bottom there. I'm not sure what the weight is because I don't remember there being a weight written on it. In fact, I think that was the only label that was on the soap and there was no weight on it, I don't believe. But I could be totally wrong. Memory's not that great. I've got another one unopened through my drawers, so I'll have a look. Sort of brownish coloured soap. I'm not sure whether there's vanilla in it or not. I think there is. It's firmed up a bit now. It was quite soft when I started pushing it in here. And it smells great. Chocolatey notes, sort of sweet. It's lovely. Very similar to Wrigleyton goat's milk soap that I use from South Africa. Very similar sort of scent profile as well. I've actually pulled that one out and smelled them next to each other and they're very similar. If it shaves as good as that one did, then you're on to a winner, Brian. Looking forward to this one. I'm going to be using this soap today for my face and head shave. It's pretty cool here today in terms of weather. It's probably down about 16, 17 degrees. So it's a day for something a little bit warmer. So the brush today for the face shave is going to be the Wolf Whiskers Blueberry Pie Odyssey shaped handle with a 24mm bulb black wolf knot. Superb little brush. My first ever synthetic wolf whiskers. It takes on the little scents of all the soaps you use and it just builds up and builds up. You end up with this sort of crazy lovely scent in your brush. Some people don't get that. I get it from all my brushes now. I don't know whether it's something to do with the water or I don't know. They get a hell of a good clean once I'm finished with them, that's for sure, so I'm surprised anything does stay in there. So flick out the excess, straight onto the dry soap. Now I bowl lathered this when I tested it and it lathered an absolute treat. I'm going to be face lathering with it today, so hopefully we'll get the same sort of results. So all I'm doing is just loading the brush up, getting the soap right into the fibres and then we can move on with the face shave, or the lather should I say, can't wait. And this is 11 days to go countdown shave for my giveaway, which will be on the 13th of June 2017, a week this coming Tuesday. I will pop the giveaway video up every now and then. I'm not doing it every day because it's not really fair popping it on every day. I think people get enough of my shaves that I pop on all the forums and groups and stuff, so I'm just going to dip the tips of it and just gather a little bit more. I don't mind overloading brushes now, you know what, I'm going to get one crack at it, so just do it right. Don't scrimp on your soap, guys. I know there's people out there that can't afford much. Believe it or not, I'm one of those guys myself. I'm just nuts. Nice load in the brush. You might think I'm daft, but it's a cold water shave. It's a cold water shave, pretty much every shave I do. Every now and then I'll throw a hot water shave in, but that's just the way it is. So we'll paint it on first. Straight away, I can smell it straight away. Turkish bath. It does have a sort of incensey Turkish delight sort of scent to it, and it is nice. It's really nice, but it's warming, which I like. Coming into the cooler months in Western Australia, you want it to be a little bit warmer, your soaps and your shaves. I'll probably still do cold water shaves, but using warmer scented soaps, if that makes sense. Right, I painted it on, the brush is loaded. I'm going to wet the tips of the brush now and then continue with the lather. Just paint some water into it and again just dip it, paint it onto the actual lather that's on there, and then because you've got some water in your brush now, you can splay it. There we go. And straight away I can see the lather building at the bottom, just picking up some of that water. This brush feels incredible. The lather itself feels good, it feels creamy already. It's nowhere near done yet, it needs a lot more water than that. I'll just keep adding as I go. I'm going to stick with this camera angle for the time being to see how I go with it. I do enjoy it more. I can see the mirror now. It's not a pain in the ass having that camera right in front of my eyes all the time. I do understand what people are saying with it being a better view, and I can only agree. What they need to do is bring out a mirror with a built-in camera for shavers. Just a tiny pinhole right in the middle of the kit. Do you know something? I might invent that. If that turns up now, I'll be pissed off. The ultimate YouTube shaving mirror. Would work for makeup and everything. What a great idea. I might have to go and patent that now. I'm just going to dip the tips again. The ladder's pretty much where I want it. I just want to see if it can take a little bit more. This has really exploded. Look at that on the bottom there. Holy shit. Now when I did my test ladder with this, I actually took a phone call which lasted about 15 minutes. And the ladder sat in the bowl for that amount of time, and when I came back to it, it was still pretty much all there. I added a little bit of water and boom, it back to life. It was a little bit airy because it sat there for so long, but I tell you what, this is not airy at all. This is one of the nicest ladders I've built from a face shave, from a face ladder, sorry. Look at that. That is some good stuff. Smells great, the brush is caked full. That was a big load. I do load my brush a lot. But you can see the results of loading your brush well, as opposed to sort of skimping on your soap. Right, the razor for today is the Timeless 0.95 open comb, scalloped head. Got brand new Superinox Bolzano blade in there, or Bolzano Superinox, I'm not sure which comes first. 85mm handle, nailed handle. It's a great, beautifully built razor. Works great, it's very, very efficient, extremely efficient, the 0.95 blade gap. And here we go. So it's just, this razor is just all about light touch. Because the first thing you notice when you use it is that blade, you feel the blade straight away. Now, even though my camera's on an angle, when I do turn my head to look at it, it still stays on the camera, so it works reasonably well. I do feel like I'm ripping off Ken Lee a little bit, because this is more like Ken Lee's sort of angle, I think. The blade is super smooth. Great protection from the soap, really slick as well. We'll see what the residual slickness is like in a moment, and we'll find out more. If you guys watch my head shave, you'll find out more about the residual slickness then when I do my pickups. Super light touch. I can actually feel the protection on this soap. I know it sounds daft, but this is a very efficient razor. You do feel the blade. It's not an aggressive razor, just efficient. You still got to be careful with it. Got to be careful with any razor. But super smooth. So with the giveaway, I've had some pretty good response from it. There's quite a few people popped their names on there, and good luck to everyone so far that's in it. Hopefully there'll be a few more on there by the end of the fortnight. Like I say, this one's going to be sort of more open. I'm still contemplating whether to make my 1,000 giveaway just solely YouTube subscribers. I might even sort of leave it up to you guys that comment. The guys that comment more on my videos are the guys that sort of, you know, the ones that interact. They're the ones that you want to sort of stick their hands in the pot and try and win something, because they put a bit of their own time into it as well. I know a lot of you guys out there watch a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of shaving channels, possibly, most likely, and you don't find the time to comment, and I'm the same. I watch so many, I try and comment on sort of every other video. But it is nice to read comments and sort of get stuck in and hear people's feedback and what they think of the shaves and what they think of anything else, even life. Right, residual slickness before I even do it is superb. Yeah, Brian, you've really, I like to say, you've worked for 2.5 years on this soap. You can tell, mate. It's really, really slick, really protective. Makes a beautiful lather, yeah, and it's a lot of people out there. There's certainly one over here that I know, Con Soldaris, struggles with, I think it's carpal tunnel syndrome. He's got on his wrists and his hands, so he really struggles to whip up lathers on tough soaps like your Mitchell's Low Fat and things like that. He needs easy lathering soap. It doesn't get much easier than this guy. It really doesn't. So I'll just wet my face again and wet a bit that off, and then here we go again. Oh, I love these knots, they're so soft. I'm just going to dip the tips and watch this. I know this soap will explode again. Yeah, superb. I'm not getting any reaction in my skin whatsoever so far. Nothing. Which is good, because I've been struggling ever so slightly of late. Yeah, that's an exceptional lather. Really good soap, heaps of slickness, and importantly for me at the moment, no issues with irritation. Back on with the Timeless across the grain, my right to left. And while I'm here, I just want to give a bit of a shout out to one of the guys that's actually followed my channel for quite a while now, commented on a hell of a lot of videos. SoCal Shave is his channel name. Really nice fella. He's got some lovely products coming through his den now. He's just started up, I think probably last week or a week before. Stephen the Suffolk Shaver mentioned them as well. But he started his little shaving channel, and hopefully it grows as well. I generally tend to give guys a shout out if I enjoy the videos, and I do enjoy his. Same with Northern Shaver and Brown Man Shaves, Ken Lee, Ken's BSing, Ken Surfs, all these guys. They're all good to watch. They've all got the good parts. Everyone's got the shit parts as well, bits that people don't like. Stephen the Suffolk Shaver. I started my channel. I think it was a little while after he started his, but I don't think he did much in the beginning, and then he sort of built it up and built it up. I think it was a little bit slower at the start when you sort of start off, and I've sort of grown through the ranks with him. He's a really nice bloke, very similar to myself, with a wife and kids, and just trying to get through life, and this is your little release when you get on the camera and just start spraffing a lot of shit. And just lost his aunt recently as well, so condolences for that, mate. I'm very lucky in the sense that I don't have a lot of family left to kick the clogs, really, so it'll probably be a little while before I get the call saying someone's passed on, hopefully. I hope the funeral itself, if it's already been, mate, I hope it was more of a celebration than a morbid occasion. I find people look at death as a morbid thing. I don't. I see it as a way to celebrate life, or the life of the person that's passed. So my mum's a funeral celebrant as well, that's her job. And she meets so many lovely people, but she also meets families that make her laugh, in a sense, in that black humour sort of way, when she turns up and says, so what sort of bloke was David, and was he a nice guy, and all that, and his actual sons and daughters and wife turn around and say, no, he was a fucking arsehole. He was an absolute wanker. And then my mum's got to go up and try and say something nice about an arsehole and a wanker. But she gets through it, she does a great job and gets awesome feedback. And she loves her job, as much as it's very, very mentally demanding and draining, she loves it. But generally, doesn't matter who it is, there's always something nice that you can say about someone, no matter how horrible they were. Well, there's things you only know about people that make them horrible, and you can't say anything otherwise. You're Osama bin Laden's and you're Hitler's, but I'm sure there was something nice about them at one point behind a closed door. Or am I just clutching at straws here? Fuck, I talk some shit. Ladder 3. God, I love this brush. When I don't use the Tuxedo or the Black Wolf 24mm for a while, and I go back to it, I love it. Just a quick lather on the third one, because I don't need a lot of cushioning and protection, I just want their slickness, really, which this soap has in abundance. If you have not tried Jeeves of Hudson, I really suggest you get it. Brian, who makes it, it's owned and operated by retired veterans. It could be, which I'm assuming Brian is one of, or is the only one. So the money sort of goes to someone that served the country, which I never did. And to be perfectly honest with you, I never had the balls to do either. Push comes to shove, I'll go and do it. I did it through the police force. That was my way of sort of helping and giving back. But it's a whole different beast being in the Navy or the Army or anything like that. Strangely enough, it's just made me think, a lot of the guys I met in the wet shavings hobby, a lot of them are ex-servicemen. Or current serving, recently retired, medically retired. And it makes perfect sense now, because all these jobs require awesome clean shaven faces. So like I was saying, Jeeves of Hudson Street, highly, highly recommend. Beautiful, what a shave. I was a little bit reluctant with the timeless today. because I've shaved for 4 days in a row now, so I was a bit worried about it, but that is superb. My face it always looks really red on the camera, but when I look in the mirror it's not red at all really. Even the redness on my neck is not that bad today. Got really rosy cheeks today. Used the old blusher this morning, you know. Sneak into my daughter's room and steal the tub. Do you know something? I am sick to death. I don't know about you guys out there. I am sick to death. See it? Of my freaking wife's hair. They're everywhere. Absolutely. It doesn't matter where I go. In bed I'm inhaling hair, and back in here trying to shave. It's all over my face. Wish I could stick some on my head right enough. That'd be nice. Thing is, medicated witch hazel. I don't have anything that goes with this soap scent wise. Nothing at all. So I'm just picking things that are sort of warm scented because it's cold today, and you can't go wrong with a clove scent. Oh yeah. Beautiful. And as always, while that's drying in, I'll have a look at what I've used today. The soap, Jeeves of Hudson Street, Turkish bath, superb. This one came in like just a little wrap puck similar to a fine accoutrements soap. I've just squished it in the bottom of a tub. I'm not sure whether Brian does actual tubs of soap. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked yet. I don't like to really go and look at products that I've got. I'd rather just give you an honest opinion of what they are in my hand and when I smell them. I will go and have a look afterwards, or when I use one, I'll go and have a look. I still don't know what the scent is on this. All I can tell you is it smells good. It's a warm, light, it's not super light, but it's around about 4 or 5 scent strength. Really nice. The brush is the Wolf Whiskers Black Wolf Knot. Beautiful brush, so soft, and when you get a thick creamy lather like that one, it feels like velvet. It's just incredible. And then we moved on to the razor, Timeless 0.95 open comb, brand new Bolzano Superinox or Superinox Bolzano blade in here. Beautiful, beautiful razor, well built. After that shave, I'm going to keep it. I was contemplating either selling or trading this because the Wunderbar is superb. But then you just use it again and you go, oh, I love this razor. It's really, really, to be able to use such a efficient open comb razor on 1 day's growth with no irritation at all, none, is quite impressive from any razor in my opinion. Right, I'm going to finish off with, will I finish off with this? No, yeah, I'll have a splash of this first. Brute Special Reserve, is it? Special Reserve Spray Cologne. The posh Brute. I actually prefer this over the splash. It's a little bit lighter scented, a bit more talcum powdery. So I'll just have a quick spray of that. And then we can, I can't remember who says it, but we'll lock the moisture in with a little bit of Brute as well. Both warming scents. Well, I find they are anyway. And I was quite impressed with this aftershave balm last time I used it, and it's got quite a clean set of ingredients. And I tell you what, that's one of the best shaves I've had for quite a while. Really enjoyed that. I've enjoyed all my shaves at the moment, but that was really top notch. That's as smooth as you get. For me, I don't go against the grain, so I never get a BBS shape, but that's really soft, really smooth. Excellent performing cream. I've got a tiny little, just a weeper there, just sort of creeped out. A creeper. That's obviously what a creeper is. You don't see it for the whole shave and then it just pops its ugly head out at the end. Right, done and dusted. If you have not looked at or entered the giveaway, please do. One of the guys that's on the channel didn't want to enter because he's got enough brushes and he thought, look, we're best leaving it for someone else. If you're one of those guys as well and you don't want the brush and you'd like someone else to go for the brush and you want the soap, just enter the competition, then just let me know, and then what I'll do is I'll just redraw another name and I'll add another soap to the brush and someone else wins something as well then. I think it's only too fair that you guys have been here for most of the time I've had my channel coming or on the go. You put input into it and feedback and you've watched, even if you haven't commented, you might have been there the whole time and watched every video, I don't know. But it'd just be nice. It's just nice to give something back, you know. John Carinci's just sent me stuff from Elvado, they sent me stuff from West Coast Shaving. People are paying stuff forward to me quite a lot. I'm getting good trades from people just helping me out, sending me stuff. And I know it's because of this YouTube channel, I know it's because my face is out there. But I hope that people appreciate the amount of time it takes out of my day. I take an hour out nearly every day to shave on camera for you guys. and for myself because I enjoy it. It gives me more self-confidence also in front of a camera, but when I'm out and about as well. I'm not a very confident guy generally. I'm generally quite withdrawn, and this has actually brought me out of my shell a little bit doing these videos and interacting with people all over the world. So I hope you guys continue to enjoy the videos. Please go to the giveaway video. I'll put the link down below. If you haven't entered it yet and you would maybe not want to do it, just enter it. Even if you win, you're more than happy to send me a message and say, look, just pay it forward to this guy that I know that would love to have this stuff for. You might know someone that would be more need of it than you are, and you want it to go to them. You've won it, you do what you want with it. If you want to sell it, take it back and sell it, or pay it forward, or trade it, do whatever you want with it. It'll be you. It's your stuff to do with what you want. Let's say I bought some of this stuff, some of it's been paid forward, and some of it's been gifted to me by companies to give away. So yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. This video is really dragged on now, so I'm going to leave it at that. You guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Subscribe down here, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.